Christmas!
Hey y'all, it's that special time again. We're doing another podcast about a spooky movie. Me, my boy, I'm Rick.
Yeah.
My boy Verb.
Herb's here. What's up?
We're going to be digging in deep today to Friday the 13th.
Ooh, baby. And that's why
Number
I'm rocking
one.
my camp counselor lifeguard jersey. Yep. It's 1980. We're going to camp, and I'm going to save you.
It looks so bizarre. So
Yeah, it's on backwards because it has a logo on the other side that I don't want to share. So
honestly,
it's not the official camp counselor lifeguard jersey.
I love it, man. I think it looks great on you. I love the high neck of it.
Let's get into this. So we're doing Friday the 13th,
Part
number
one,
1980, and
yep. I actually watched it last night.
I think I'm going to tell you something you don't want to hear.
Let's go.
Garbage.
Garbage?
The film is absolute trash. But
Hang on. I know it's a little NSYNC-ish or Pepsi-ish or something. It's not Coke or BSB.
But I guess you have to take into consideration that it's 40-something years old, which I do understand.
Yes.
But there's really not a ton of story to it. Like there's not much going on.
Sorry, I didn't know you were going in for the deep story. I didn't know we were going for Shawshank here, buddy boy.
I didn't quite feel connected to 1980s Kevin Bacon.
Really?
I'm kidding. He is 100% the best part of the movie.
So I thought about this too. Did he stand out, or was it like, oh my God, that's Kevin Bacon. We know who that is.
Right. Maybe he's like, yeah, just because his career like skyrocketed after that at some point. I looked up when Footloose was, if it was like before or after. Footloose was like 4 years later.
So he's killing it at that time.
Yeah, he became a superstar. So yeah, I'm wondering if it's just like we're liking the familiar face.
That could be.
But I was drawn to him.
Yeah, I did think he was cool, and he had a super sick death as well. What was that? Was it like an arrow or
an arrow? Maybe, and it came through. I think the back of the mattress. And so
I also love. Did you notice the makeup of it? Because just to run you guys through this real quick, if you didn't follow along watching the movies like you should, Kevin Bacon dies. Okay, that's a sad day. However, it's like a spear, like Verb said, like comes up from through the mattress, like through his neck right there. And he gargles for a while and then he's donezo. But the best part is that his face is like perfectly tanned and then the body is just snow white. It's perfect.
Well, I was pretty bored watching it.
Well, I've got to say, Verb, it didn't necessarily age super well. Like, you know what I mean? When I made that NSYNC comment earlier, it's like it didn't age like Halloween did, or like like Nightmare on Elm Street did.
Maybe that was because it's a better story, better movie.
Like this one or those ones?
Those ones.
They are for sure.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Okay, maybe we should talk about what this whole movie's about for people who are not following around. So you have this old camp that's been shut down forever.
And the locals called it Camp Blood for a bit because something naughty happened.
There was a kid who had drowned there one summer. There was also 2 counselors that were murdered. But the owner of the camp's reopening it, even though he's saying everybody in the town's saying, no, don't do it.
Don't you
he's
do
doing
it.
He's got a whole new staff coming in.
Yep.
They're partying. Even though the movie's so old, you can definitely see like where movies like 25, 30 years later took from that and kept it. Like you got the funny man in there kind of just out there being a jokester.
Yeah, that guy was a joker.
So you see that in all the new movies still.
Well,
some of the kills were cool. Like some of the kills were kind of creative where it's almost like in other movies you see like, okay, this guy's going to die this way and this guy's going to die this way. Like you had the archery and it's holding the door. in the back of the door. He was stuck to it.
Right. Yeah,
Which
yeah.
I was thinking the arrows wouldn't even hold him in the first place. They're not that strong, I don't think.
Well, hey, dude, you never know. Maybe Jason's mom had a crossbow or something. Those
Jason's
things can
mom.
hammer an arrow.
I would like to assume they're using the whole classic camp.
Yeah, I think you're right there. There is all that archery equipment around there and all those archery targets and just like a whole bunch of archery in the air.
Right. You brought up a good character, so the mom. Why don't you explain her and what her deal is?
Okay, so Mrs. Voorhees is a friend of the owner of Camp Crystal Lake. Her son was there and he drowns. And the reason why he was never saved by the camp counselors is because they were making love.
Sweet Whoopi.
Yes.
When they were supposed to be keeping an eye on the kids. So
That's right. And that makes your shirt extra relevant tonight.
No kids are going down on my watch.
Like, what kind of a tank top goes up that high?
I told you it's because I think I'm wearing it backwards.
Right. It's just bizarre, man. It just looks weird. I'm in the tank top game, man. I see these things all the time. I even wear them occasionally. It's just I don't think I've ever seen it like that. But
you've never been a lifeguard or a camp counselor, so
that's true. I've only been in camp once, and that was with you.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That was a good time. Dang. I remember they served us a lot of cereal, didn't they?
Is this going to be the theme of this podcast or what?
No, dude. I didn't intentionally bring that up because we discussed it before. It's just, I don't know. That's all I remember eating there was cereal. Okay, moving on.
Easy way to please the kids.
Sorry, dude. If I'm looking away, I ordered a pizza. And I'm just, this puppy, okay, it hasn't even been picked up yet. We're good.
That's fine. I don't know. I think even if I was watching it back in the day, I don't know if I would have been scared.
What about if you'd never seen a slasher movie, period? So, like, this was totally new to you.
Yeah, maybe back then. I think it was, like, do you think it was the time, like, the way the movie was made was, like, that's how they were getting made back then? Like, it was kind of, like, really point of view. Like, you almost never see the killer. It's just, like, the killer's looking right at you the whole time. I kind of feel like Jaws maybe was filmed a lot like that way, potentially.
Yeah, little POV-ish.
Yeah, POV-ish. Yeah.
This is the life of a shark.
Yeah. But the whole time you're thinking it's going to be the killer's going to be this crazy person. And it is, but it's the mom. It's not a.
Well, you know,
8 foot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
When I was pitching all the movies to you, I obviously I knew this because the way it went down was I asked for him to do the podcast and I'm like, hey, here's a big, huge list of movies that we could do. I had in there Friday the 13th Part 2, and the reason why is a bunch of your gripes about this. Some of them I feel get corrected in Friday the 13th Part 2, and that's the first one where it's got Jason in it. Because I can't remember exactly, but I feel like now Jason's avenging his mom's death.
Yeah, which you would do. At the end of one, at the very end, you see Jason pop out of the water.
Yeah.
And take down one of the last surviving counselors.
Right.
Do you ever see his face the way his face was in 2, or does he have the mask on the entire time?
I think he has a mask on the entire time, and this is the part that's kind of sick, is it's not the hockey mask. He's Baghead Jason. He's got like a sack on his head with one eye cut out.
Favorite moment?
Of number 2 or 1?
Well, we got to talk number 1.
Yeah. Okay, I'll come clean here. I was a little in and out on this. Like, I didn't...
Point proven.
True. I didn't study the damn thing. I was like, looking at my phone every once in a while. And so, like, there's the first death. Wait, is that what you asked me? What was my favorite death?
I said moment. Favorite.
Oh, favorite moment. Okay, I'm just thinking about the kills because it seems like that's all there is.
Yes, straight kills.
But I do have a favorite moment straight up now that you ask me.
Okay.
And it's very minor. But remember kind of at the beginning when that cop shows up on the hog?
Yeah.
He's on a motorcycle and he's like kind of in that back path. When he takes off, he just does it like the most just the worst motorcycle rider ever. He's like shaking all over the place when he's taking off on the hog. That was my favorite
That
moment.
was pretty good. I had a few moments that just kind of like made me laugh, and like there was a part where the owner of the camp, his car broke down in the middle of a storm, and a police officer shows up to like kind of see what's going on. And maybe
Yeah.
it was because it's a small town, I'm not sure. But he just like helped himself. He just opened the car door of the cop car, just got in, was like, "Yeah, I need a ride." And the cop was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll take you."
Of course.
Could you
Well,
imagine? You would just
did,
get into the car and they'd be like, "Get the fuck out
yeah,
of here."
I don't think that would fly these days, but back
Step
then,
away from
yeah. There's no way that cop was doing anything.
yeah, yeah, he was chilling.
Don't
There's
tell me you
another
don't
good
got the
part
time.
where, another great part where one of the counselors is just in a room with two babes, and he's got his acoustic guitar, which is kind of like that's what you do when you're a camp counselor. But he's just jamming this nice little classical tune, and when he's done, that was beautiful.
That must have been a time when I wasn't paying attention
Oh,
because I
I
don't
bet.
exactly remember that, but I do remember some people doing some kumbayas on there, I think.
I think that was at the very beginning when they show the first original two counselors
Oh,
that
right. Oh, that was
I
the
think I probably
oh,
know.
dude, I didn't put that together. So
Yeah,
the couple that gets sliced at the beginning, that is the couple that was supposed to be watching Jason.
now you're there.
What? Okay, why was Jason swimming at night? That was at nighttime.
Oh, I'm not too sure.
Well, I mean, he.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
saying that makes it okay. I'm just saying,
Do
what are
you
you
think
taking a dip in the lake at night for, you bird?
I what I do think is that Jason had already died and the mom was coming to kill them.
Oh yeah.
You with
That's
me?
true because they do get murdered.
Shit. Okay, well my takeaway is really that this was a stinker. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay,
And
I
but
accept that.
I'm gonna watch number 2. I'm not gonna write it off. I'm gonna go to number 2.
Okay, do go to number two, and then all of the Friday the 13th. Actually, like basically every horror franchise ever has some high highs and low lows, so be prepared. But I think that Friday the 13th Part Two is maybe the best one. It's the one that comes to mind for me.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
I think that you are not far off, especially as somebody that didn't watch this as a kid. So I did. So I look at it a little more fondly than you do, but I give it a 5.5
5.5. There
out
it
of 10.
is. There
That's
it
not a
is.
lot of
Another
stars.
one. Friday the 13th. Another one in the can.
Hey, oh, speaking of that,
Cans.
today is Friday the 13th. Get your hog out and rev it up. Get a long dog. I don't know. What do the bikers do on Friday the 13th? They just rev them up.
Yeah, they rev them. Everybody stay safe. You just went nuts. I don't know what kind of songs you were singing, but I
I
don't know if
thought
we
they
know.
all go to Dover and get long dogs or something.
Yeah, they have those in Dover.
Sick.
Never been. You ever been on Friday the 13th?
No, I have. I wouldn't show my face there. What are you nuts? I'd get friggin' chewed up and
I'd,
spit out.
I'd go
I
there
got,
wearing that.
buddy. Well, you'd be welcomed because they need some help around there. But, buddy,
And
I drive a freaking e-bike. They would like. I drive a bicycle that is electric. I don't even have to pedal it if I don't want. These guys would tune me.
you shouldn't go.
I know I shouldn't go. I'll just get a hot dog on another day.
Maybe head over there only if you're playing the song. Heading on the highway.
Look, is that looking for adventure?
Yeah, there you go.
So it's a wonderful
Whatever's
song.
on my way.
Is that what the? I don't think the bikers listen to that.
I think that's all they listen to.
One tune on rotation.
Only when they're on the highway.
Yeah, the guy in front, like Jax or
Yeah.
Tig or whoever's at the front, he's just blaring that. He's the one with the hog with the speakers, just letting it fly.
Should we wrap this one up?
Let's wrap it up. It was wonderful to be here with you guys again. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back at you next week with tons more goodies. Please look at the list. It's on the Press Time Instagram. It's on the Press Time Facebook. Look at the list. Follow along on the
Follow along.
movies. And it's just going to be that much more fun for you, me, and Verb. We'll all just woo, woo, woo.
Big old viewing party.
Okay. Have yourself a lovely weekend. I love you.
Peace. Love you too.
I wasn't talking to you.